Hi everyone, it's Linda Michelle.
Hi.
And it's Saturday and we have a movie review for you for a movie we just saw a little bit ago called
The Lost King.
The
movie was about King Richard III back in the, 1500s?
1400s, I think I saw on this tomb.
Yeah, evidently he was a king that was kind of removed from power. And this woman had or developed a passion to try to find where he was buried, because that was unknown since they took away his kingship for various reasons. Am I right?
Well, supposedly I think he was a hunchback, they said, who murdered two nephews or something. I don't know, it was kind of...
It was a little bit...
Yeah, you didn't get
disconnected.
Yeah, it
Some
was.
of the parts were disconnected.
And
they didn't flow together, so it left you wondering.
Well,
in
more
spots.
than that was probably the accent, which at the beginning I had a hard time with.
Yeah, it was
the movie went on, it got easier, but in the beginning...
an English accent.
Yeah. And so I guess, so he was like barred from kingship or something, and supposedly nobody knew where his remains were, but they thought they were thrown in this river. This woman who had an interest in history, and this is based on a true story.
Yeah, it is, believe it or not.
Yeah, got an obsession with him.
And then she had
apparitions.
Visions. Yeah,
yeah.
She had visions that
he was following her around
and talking to her and clarifying some things.
And her kids thought she was going crazy.
Yeah.
But she was always talking to this king. And so
she was determined.
Yes, she was. And she did her research.
And we're not going to tell you the end.
Got involved in all kinds of crazy societies and dug up money and did all kinds of things. Got the university involved and like all kinds of sponsors and things in order to try to find his body. She was determined to find his body. Well, whether she did or not, we'll leave hanging for you to find out.
Yeah, but it was a very unusual kind of story. And like I said, the accent grew on me, and I was okay with that after a while.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was a little disconnected in spots, and it would jump. And I'm not quite sure if I knew how they got to one thought to another. But anyway, it was, and the fact that it was history makes it all the more interesting to me that it was a true story.
Yeah, so, it was weird, and not the best movie I ever saw, but it was interesting because it is history, and you know, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention in history class when I was a kid, and I probably should have, and so I never learned any of this stuff. So to learn it now as an adult is kind of interesting.
Anyway, so what kind of points are you going to give it, Linda?
What kind of points?
Yeah.
How many stars?
How many stars? How are you going to rate it?
5.
A 5? Yeah, in my mind I've seen a 6. So I'm going with the 6.
Yeah. I mean, if you like history, if you really like history, you might find some interest in it. But I wouldn't rush to the movies to see it.
No.
But
like I said, all movies are a matter of taste, and it did get a lot of great reviews on other places. You know, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of,
yeah. So, anyway, the stars really weren't really recognizable to me.
No.
I don't know if there was anybody.
You mean the people in the movies?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know any of the actors or actresses were. But it was good.
I mean, it was opinion, and
pleasant. It was better than going to see Cocaine Bear, which was the other option.
Choice.
And honestly, I don't have any interest in seeing a bear ripping people apart. But anyhow, there you have it. And please subscribe, like our video. And if you would please leave us a comment and let us know, what would you rate it if you've seen it? Or if you know about Richard III, tell us what you know about him, because Michelle's interested in finding out more about him now.
I do know.
Me,
Yeah.
I could care less.
I like to keep track of those Tudors from back when, and there's mostly you always hear about Henry VIII, but there's been a lot of kings through the years, so he's one I didn't really know about, so I am interested.
Okay. So there you have it. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.